I don't serve people papers. I roll weed in papers, but I don't serve people papers. That's kind of crazy. Oh, that's a strange concept. Strange concept. That sounds too much like police activity to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
you
could
pick
be
adjacent.
Oh man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're in the sty. Not sure if y'all are actually laying in the same spot, but y'all are definitely kicking it. Definitely kicking it. Sheesh. Man, I am
adjacent.
I don't even know the word. It's been one of them days, y'all. It's been one of them days.
But
the positive thing about it being one of them days is I get to come here and wild the fuck out a little bit. So why don't we just get to it? Because I'd love to hear what y'all think about this.
Out of certain words.
Ooh, we talking now.
Like, hi. Like, imagine you introducing me. Introduce me to somebody.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is my boy Cam.
Hi. It's weird. Next time you see your homeboy, say hi. See how he look at you.
Let me call Boot. Hi.
Black man.
Hi.
Nigga, hi.
Yeah.
Yo, he was so sincere with this. He was like, nigga,
He took offense.
Now, I don't know if that's so. It was a thing going around a little about calling your mans and telling them, yo, have a good night, sweet dreams, have a good night,
yeah,
whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, that's odd, a little odd, and you know what I'm saying, especially when I used to be like, yo, I'll let you tomorrow, or all right, be easy, whatever. Like, it ain't never that, you know what I'm saying? But this was an interesting concept for me because I was like, you know what? There are words that I feel like as I got older, I was like, I can't say that shit. I sound like I'm 12.
You know,
I'm
sorry, go. No, go ahead. But I'm gonna go back to high. But go ahead.
High is definitely one. Yeah, I definitely want to explore that one a little more thoroughly. But one of the ones that get on my last nerve is when I hear any motherfucker that don't still go to a school that got single digit numbers as far as the grades would say they gotta go tinkle. That shit bothers the fuck out of me. I'd be like, dog, I feel like Bunny Colvin in that scene in The Wire. You know what I'm saying? When he was like, he was at the table with the dude and he was like, oh, got to go tinkle. He was like, he got to go tinkle. The man got to go take a piss. What is he talking about? Like,
you can get your ass whipped in elementary school for saying you got to go tinkle.
Right?
Don't get it twisted.
People are saying that unironically. You know what I mean? It's not just like, "Ooh, I had to tinkle," and just jokingly.
I've heard parents say it to toddlers, or say it about toddlers, but that's about it.
And that's all they should be saying it to. Because once you get past a certain age,
I don't know.
We ain't tinkling, we pissing.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. In third grade, if one of my homies said, "Yo, I gotta go tinkle,"
not PP.
Like we would have had a problem when he got back.
Yeah.
And the only reason I ain't gonna bust you up right now is because you might piss yourself.
Right.
Like, so you went to the bathroom and
then again, and then again, I might just let you piss yourself because I'm gonna bust you. I'm just gonna hold you. I'm gonna hold you and ask you questions like, "What did you say? Did you say tinkle? What is a tinkle exactly? Yeah. Oh, am I getting in your way? Do you have to tinkle? Looks like you tinkled. Dang. I guess you just don't have to tinkle anymore, huh?
It's going to be called Tinkle Pants for the rest of his life.
Yep, Tinkle Pants. Done.
Come on, Tinkle Pants.
That might be the name of this fucking episode, Tinkle Pants. I ain't named it yet. So.
Yeah, the worst street name that you could possibly have. Right? Tinkle Pants.
Hey, yo, but bless it, though. Think about if Tinkle Pants get so offended by the shit that he become the next Omar. Now it's like, Tinkle Pants coming.
Whoa.
Yo,
now he just had
that changed the whole dynamic on Tinkle just like that.
Yeah, fucking.
He's got to have bells, though. He's got to be like, when he's walking down the thing, you know what I mean? Just somebody can sing, then there goes Ting Ting Tickle Pants. You know what I mean? They can sing that whole song as he goes walking down the street.
See, and this is how villain origin stories happen.
You feel me? Exactly. Exactly. Oh man.
No, but so in regards to high, like I actually have the perfect example that shows it's not acceptable. Because the only person I've ever known that could get that off and make it work is Mojo. And Mojo is awkward as fuck.
That's true.
And that's why it works for him. So if you know Mojo can make it work, there's something wrong.
Wait. What does that mean? Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Because Mojo's not normal.
So are you just talking about words in general, not like normal, phrases? Or are you talking about just anything in general? If Mojo can make it work,
because Mojo rocks the fanny pack.
Oh, that's
and he makes it work.
Fanny pack. What are you talking about?
No, this motherfucker. Yeah. No, but see, you actually wear the fanny pack. He just throws it over his shoulder.
Oh, like a man purse. The man purse. Yes.
And Mojo, like, he did it on the pod.
Wait, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No? We're not calling it a man purse. That's bullshit. It's just a purse. It's just niggas carrying it, but it's a purse. Stop that bullshit. Y'all be trying to make that shit fly by adding man to it. Like, get the fuck man bun. No, bitch, it's a bun. You just happen to be a fucking man wearing it. Like, what the fuck?
But yeah, and it ain't even no problem against Mojo. Like, Mojo makes it work.
Yeah. I mean,
he did it on the pod. Yo, what's good? Hi. Like, Mojo made it work. He made it his own. Yeah. So the fact that
every
Mojo,
time he said hi, I was like,
yeah, the moment something goes into Mojo's wheelhouse, it's no longer acceptable for society.
Yeah, that just sounds bad. That just sounds bad.
A person can't even flip me the bird no more, and I respect it. Like, if you ain't Mojo flipping me the bird, I'm done with you. I don't give a fuck about that bird. Fuck, that's just a finger, bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah. Because Mojo stands on shit to do it.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, he does. Oh my God. That Florida trip. Damn. He spent the whole day doing that.
Birds, elevate. All day. I love it.
Twist. Yeah, no, awesome.
So yeah, that's how you know high went out the window.
Yeah. Mojo. That will be the gauge, everybody. If you hear Mojo Barnes using it.
What about
it's not acceptable.
Yeah. If Mojo say it, don't fuck with it. Because I'm telling you, people we're gonna look at you crazy. Okay, so high is out, tinkle is out. Now P had an interesting one. And I only think it's interesting because I know that it's utilized that I don't find to be derogatory, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I understand the concept of why you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Because in a lot of ways, like there's certain ways you can't use that word in connotation with me ever at all. I will fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody, so case in point, so for those of y'all, I'm sorry, people, we talking in fucking code and y'all have no idea what we're talking about right now. So just so y'all know, we do have production meetings and we kind of know what the fuck we're gonna talk about a little bit before we get here. We just don't go too deep into it. Pause. Like Pete brought up boy, and I was like, damn, you know, that is a troublesome word because utilized incorrectly it could get you shot. Utilized properly it could get you a hug. Utilized somewhere in the middle, you might just get looked at like you just said a Mojo word. So I mean, or like if somebody just walked up and called you tinkle pants in public. So you know what I'm saying? Like, boy is a weird word in that sense when we talk about outgrowing it. Because as a man, technically you're a man, you're not a boy anymore. Technically. So I mean,
right.
But
so here's my thing with the boy, right?
That's my boys over there. You know what I'm saying?
But that's in reference, right? That's somebody else referring to somebody else, like that's my boy, and they're not calling me boy to my face. They're not walking up to me going, "Yo, boy, come here." It's not. But he's my boy. He's part of my family. You know, he's one of my homies. That makes sense. I just don't hear it, so thus it's not directed towards me. So thus it's not derogatory. But if it's directed towards a person, and they're of a certain age, right? Like, unless that person is much older than you, right? Calling you boy, even then, of a certain age, don't call me boy no more. Dude.
No.
Don't refer to me as boy in that way directed to me, because that's just
and they tried to break the rules and make it vernacular, because like maybe over the last like 6 months I've started hearing it heavy, where they'll take the reference of, yo, that's my boy over there, but they'll start doing it to the person's face, where they'll be talking to him and be like, yo, my boy. And I don't like that. Like it started, like I heard a couple of people saying in the streets, and then it started hitting some, like, popular medias and stuff. I don't like when you're in a conversation and you say my boy to them. It's in reference to them in the third party. But the moment that you bring it second party, that's a problem. And stop saying that. Not only does it make you sound stupid, it makes them sound stupid, and it's stupid.
It makes your whole relationship sound stupid. Like, how? Like, okay, here's the thing. So I be listening to other podcasts. The case in point, I just want to say, I don't know why the fuck I listen to y'all sometimes, but and I don't mean true crimers. Y'all do y'all thing. I love listening to y'all tell them stories. Some of y'all other motherfuckers, I don't know why I listen to y'all. We do this shit better than y'all anyway. But so yeah, I'm talking my shit today. Fuck that. I be thinking about when you in the context of having that conversation, and I hear these podcasts saying, such, I'm like, dog, did you really just do that? And the fucked up part about it is, some of the same people that'll do that bullshit were the same people that had a problem with you calling them son. Even though it was like, son, it's not S-O-N, it's S-U-N. Call you son because you sound like one. And you still got a problem with it. When in all actuality, that's the highest fucking compliment a nigga can call you besides God. So what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's okay for me to be your boy. Come on, my boy. Nigga, I will punch you in my face. The fuck is you talking about?
There might be some British influence on that. You know what I mean? The my boy thing might be a British thing, and they may not understand how it plays over here, because it does not play well. Yeah,
that's the thing. Well. There's some American motherfuckers that have adopted it though, and it just sounds bad. Yeah, it sounds bad.
I'm gonna just say it. Queen Split, please stop saying that shit. Please.
He's the worst of the worst.
Everybody up there older. Everybody up there older than you. We call my boy.
Yeah.
You ain't 22 no more. Cut that shit out. You are not young. You about to be fucking 40. Boy, stop that shit.
There's other ones too, but I will say he's the most flagrant.
Oh yeah. He crazy with it, yeah. He crazy. Oh man. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, while we was just talking about that, so I did bring up the true crimers. I think it's next Saturday, the 14th. Next Saturday, the 14th, the BTCC is having their online true crime event. It'll be Melanin Mysteries, Melanin Mayhem, Not My Brother's Keeper. It's online. You can get the tickets. You ain't got to leave your crib. You can lock in, stay in your PJs and all that wild shit. One out, all of them came here to support us by being a part of Pod to Pod. So we want to show that love back. Definitely. I think I want to do this now and get it over with. For those of y'all who watch All Purpose Podcast, y'all already heard this, but I did want to just say, everything going forward, from this point that has to do with me, anything, podcast, music, whatever, is all going to be dedicated to my mother, Shelby Grimes. She passed away on November the 18th. Yeah, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. She was my biggest cheerleader in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Never let me stop. Never allowed me to think I couldn't do something. My friends, the people who were truly my friends, she embraced them all. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No question. She didn't care if you was black, white, purple, Puerto Rican, Haitian, walk upside down in your head. It don't matter. If you truly got love for my kid, get in here. You my kid too. And I'm gonna hold you down like that. Yeah, yo, it's been tricky dealing with it and trying to continue to do the things that she watched Pantha Politix. She watched All Purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like she loved to see her boy get busy. You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't coming to a lot of my shows shit because she ain't, it just ain't her crowd. But for those of y'all who do know, I stopped cursing in my rhymes because of her. Because I wanted her to listen to my music because she was such a huge influence on me being involved in music. So yeah. Rest in peace, Shelby. Rest in peace, Shelby. We're gonna miss you immensely. One love to my brother, Spanky. We said it the other day on the phone. Hey man, it's just us now, yo. It's just me and you. So we gotta hold it down. For those of y'all who have lost a parent or and still have siblings that exist from that, do yourself a favor and don't lose contact with those people. If something that's happened between y'all can be fixed, fix it. Because once the parents go, despite the family that I built for myself out here in the world, he is literally my only biological sibling in the whole world. And I love him to death. Absolutely. Always have, always will. And if any one of y'all fuck with him, it's up and it's stuck for y'all. I swear to God. Don't play with that boy, because if so, I'm coming to see you.
Call me.
Yeah. You feel me? I already know. I already know. Oh man, my family love Monster, man. They love my lady Red. They like everybody that I brought in around. And if somebody wasn't right and I ain't see it off the rip, just trust and believe she was gonna let me know. You need to stay away from that motherfucker. And when she said it, once I got a little older, I listened. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, rest in peace, old girl. Tell grandma I said what's up. Yeah, Uncle Big Boy. Man. I'll see you. Hopefully not too soon. I got stuff to do, but I'll see you. Most definitely. Whew. Yeah, I need to get that over with. So I'm just glad I didn't do what I thought I was gonna do. That's good. I'm all right. I'm gonna smoke some more weed though. That's for damn sure. For damn sure. But it's okay. I can do that. Y'all already know why I can do it.
I'm flyer than everybody. You on cloud 9, higher than everybody. We stepping out on the town, we slide at every party. Shining extra guard, we flyer than everybody. Yeah, I'm flyer than everybody. You on cloud 9, higher than everybody.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Salute to my bro, E, the Mad Assassin. We'll talk about him in just a few minutes. But welcome to the party, Pantha Politix Podcast. You know what? I should probably start saying that at the very beginning. Nah, fuck that. I prefer to do it this way because some of y'all dumbasses won't pay attention to the beginning. The music will grab your attention, and now we here. Let's do it. You know me. Seven Da Pantha, man, a.k.a. the Carolina Hurricane Ridiculous Slang, a.k.a. your baby mama's favorite rapper, a.k.a. Pod Strickland, if you getting the point. You already know I got the fam with me, man. You know how we get down. I already know how to do this. I thought I was a little rusty for a second, but I got it. P7, what's good, man? How what have you been up to, brother? How are you doing?
Oh my God, bro. I've been up to my head in paperwork and in plans and getting ready to take this trip down to South America. We're gonna be taking the network, opening up some doors down there, and hopefully come back with some good reports when I get back in a month. So I'm going to be out of the podcast for at least a month, but I'll be down there doing things.
Yeah, I was about to say, you lied like a motherfucker about that month, right?
I mean,
all of a sudden you said the dates out loud, and I was like, motherfucker, you said a month.
So here's the thing, like, it's not my fault, really, right? The days that the person that I'm supposed to hand off to do the thing, they got pushed out, and then because they got to make sure their paperwork is square, because we doing a lot of traveling overseas, right. But then I found out that like Uruguay has like the longest Mardi Gras, or sorry, longest Carnival in the world. They do it for like 4 months, and I'm gonna be there right during that 2-month period. So, I mean, I had to stay just a little longer to make introductions, to find out more connections. I gotta do the thing. I gotta be there. I gotta be on the ground. So, this is all business. It's all business. No pleasure at all. None. Because, But when I come back, I'll tell you all about it. So yeah, that's what's up. That's what I'm getting ready to do. I take off on the 10th. Good times.
Oh shit. That's hilarious. Okay. So just so y'all know, since y'all heard that, we will have some special fillers pause while P is out doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some familiar faces, some new faces. Just stay tuned. We'll be here. We'll be rocking. And who knows, if motherfuckers flake, it might just be Monster and myself. Who knows? I don't care. The product's still coming. You know what I'm saying? Price of the brick going up. Anyway. Monster, what's going on, right? What you been up to, man? What's going on with you?
Yeah. So all right. Every now and then, like when there's some like real just like mind-numbing like remedial shit happening, like the monster can step back a little bit. Just let Gabriel take over and get the dumb shit out the way, right? Like taking out trash. So I'm taking out the trash. Now, the problem is, like, it started to get cold up here, and I don't like the cold, so I don't go outside very much, right? But the rug, damn, yep, that's right. Boo that shit. So the rug iced over, and I slipped on the rug, and as I'm falling down, I'm like, beast to balance my ass. Like, Gabriel, you a bitch. And I hit the ground. Fucked all my shit up.
Ass. Oh,
yeah.
No.
Beast to balance my ass. That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's when the monster comes back in the back of my head, like, you know, you fucked up, right? And I'm like, okay.
No.
So yeah, I've been fucked up like half the week, and then finally I was like, "Oh, monster back, okay," and now I'm good. And then today, like I know that this has been a running thing for like 3 weeks, but Percy witnessed the text message coming through. I got receipts. So my grandfather gets out of the hospital. He got out today. Now they released him saying he's stable. He's not 100%. And it's like, okay, so y'all trying to get him quadrupled. Okay, bet. I'll wait. But then, like an hour time frame comes through, and we find out that my uncle is in the hospital now. Same hospital. Apparently, he's been there for about 3 days now.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And, oh, it gets worse. Check it. All right. So the first day they go in, they're like, yo, based on your symptoms, we think that you have like colon issues, right? And it's like, okay, you're an older dude, and sometimes that happens. Today, they're like, yo, so we figured out that you had E. coli, but because it went unchecked, you became septic.
Oh, whoa.
Jeez.
And I'm like, okay, that's all bad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But first you said it was his colon. So did you finger puppet my uncle for no reason? Like how
what the
how'd y'all go from this to that? Because those seem like they'd be very different things. And I get that like being septic could have like colon ramifications, but you're talking about byproduct. So he came in, he described some symptoms, and they were like, "It's your butt."
Not that. I think they gave him a stool sample. There's got to be a stool sample involved, and so you know what I mean.
Could be.
Like, and So yeah, because you don't be just then you go for the probing. Not gonna say, but I had cancer. I understand. I've had GI issues. You
Yeah,
don't just go straight for the probe. It's like,
exactly.
oh, that's what.
And that's why I'm like, yo, like, why'd y'all go 3 knuckles deep, like right off the rip?
Yeah.
Like y'all went searching. Like there are non-evasive exploratory factors at play here. Y'all invaded.
Straight for the invasion. Yeah. That was an all-out blitz.
Yeah,
All-out
y'all invaded like Mars, bro. Like, there ain't nothing worse that you could have done.
This is not funny, but it's funny. Oh,
So that's
shit.
what I'm saying. So it bothered me a little bit, and I'm like, yo, like, okay, they at this point they're on the brink of quadruple pneumonia for my grandfather. They knuckle deeped my uncle to tell him that he had E. coli.
What hospital is this?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna call him out because I don't want a record. Because I got a question. Like, we've seen acts of war. We've seen bad things happen where it's like, yo, they target the hospitals, and it's understandable. Like, yo, that's fucked up. But my question is, when is it okay?
$1 billion question. $1 billion question. You know,
You feel me? like
you know what?
Apparently,
you know what's so fucked
I'm
up?
just gonna say
I'm
they're
seriously
sheltering
sitting
somebody.
here. I'm literally seriously sitting here analyzing, like, well, if this happens, and then
what
the fuck is wrong with me?
You enter a courtroom, and even the judge is like, all right, look, like he makes a good argument, y'all. Like, because all I gotta get is the majority of the jury, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can sway a few of you motherfuckers.
Oh, I can guarantee you, it's
one person. Like, nah,
it's definitely act of terror. It's definitely act of terror. I mean, you could definitely sway them. I was fighting terrorists.
Yeah,
he knuckled my uncle. They've been poisoning words.
Yeah, man. So that was my week.
I was trying to
set the plans for the insurrection.
Yo, so before I even jump into my weekend, I want to give a big middle finger to that hospital.
They already gave it to my uncle.
Damn. Oh, you know what? I do want to say something. It's all right with y'all if I can get to my weekend in just a second. It's all right with y'all if I get a solo real quick. I got somebody. Okay. So I'm gonna make this brief. I'm not gonna go on a tirade like I did when I was talking about niggas standing on whole shit, but it's a different thing when niggas standing on whole shit and they like church niggas standing on whole shit. For those of y'all who don't know, I mean, as a younger person up through graduating high school, I sang in the choir. My mother sang in the choir. My brother sang in the choir. Like we all went through the church cycle. My mother and my brother still very much, still attached to that. But there was one specific church that we became rooted at, and it's because it's the church that my grandmother went to. She lived right next door to the church. It's wild. Long story less long. After many years, many sacrifices, lots of paper, not for myself, because I was like, fuck that. I was hip to the game real early, and I was like, I'm only here so they won't fuck me up. I don't really want to be here. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. It's a family thing. I'm rocking with my family. It is what it is. So my mother left that church. My grandmother suffered the trauma that my grandmother suffered that eventually led to her passing away occurred in that church. A partition fell on my grandmother, massive traumatic head injury. Not long after, she passed away. They had her service, the first to say that y'all are very, very fortunate. Very, very fortunate that I came there with my children in the car that day and had every intention of going home with them. Y'all should be very glad about that. I'm not making a threat. Y'all, for those of y'all who know me, y'all know me. So you know what the fuck I'm saying right now is 100. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It ain't come to that though. It was all good. We walked away. Service was done. Everything is everything. My mother got married to a gentleman who was a pastor. So it made sense for her to follow him. You know what I'm saying? Even in that, later, she even left that church and went and found her own situation. Not that they didn't split, but she just wanted her own thing. Cool. But when you pass away, they call that whole situation homegoing. You're going home. So answer me this. Oak City Baptist Church in Raleigh, North Carolina. Answer me this. How is it that you found it within yourself because of some lapsed membership at your church not to allow my mother to come home? Make it make sense. I'll wait for the explanation. Maybe. Maybe. You should hope I wait for the fucking explanation. As of right now, I just wanted to put it on Front Street that y'all on sucker shit. Pardon me. Whole shit. Sanctified whole shit. Nonetheless. So fuck you very much. We're going to get back to the show. So I went to LA Friday. Had a show at Hello Stranger, downtown LA. Now listen, I'm going to give y'all some run about this whole trip to LA because I'm going to tell you something good. If there was ever a situation that made me feel like, you know, if I could blame it on the place, I would never come here again. But I can't, because everything in LA, for the most part, with the exception of one particularly massive thing, pause. Everything was cool outside of that. It was cool. The flight was fine. Flew Southwest down there. Everything was smooth. Love Southwest because I can sit wherever the fuck I want. Just hope I get an early boarding slot so I can beat motherfuckers to the good shit because I want the window, motherfucker. Leave me alone. Get to LA, boom. The GPS says go to Terminal 7 and catch the flyaway. Cool. I catch the flyaway every time I come there. And it's been a couple times I've been on that side, but I usually get there later in the evening. It's like 12:30 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this is about to be like. So we walk over to Terminal 7 and wait for the flyaway. The flyaway comes by twice that we need to hop, and that bitch is packed full of motherfuckers both times. Finally, I pull the phone back out, pull the GPS back up, and it says, well, you can go to 1 and catch this thing, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So we go to 1. Mind you, 1 is where we came out the motherfucker in the first place. So we go to 1. I'm standing there at 1 and I say, but wait a minute. We could just catch the flyaway right here. 7, the last motherfucking stop. That's why it's been packed both times we seen this motherfucker. Okay. Okay. So we at 1, boom, we get on the flyaway. Everything is all good. We get where we need to go. Get on the train, catch the train over by MacArthur Park, and walk to our hotel. Now, this is where shit gets real. We walk into the hotel. We in LA, downtown. So we lit up. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit away from the spot. So we lit up. It was like about that much weed. It was a roach from what we were smoking before we left. You know what I'm saying? Get there, boom. We walk the rest of the way to the spot. Walk up to the spot. The dude say, "You smoke weed?" I was like, "Not right now. What you talking about?" You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, long story less long, he was like, "Well, I'm not gonna let you stay here." What? run that by me one more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, dog, if you had any idea what else is going on in the world outside of this bullshit you telling me right now, you would really not be saying what you're saying. You wouldn't. But you're protected by this glass, so you feel tough. Okay. Whatever. Bang. So now we stuck like Chuck in LA, no hotel, wandering in downtown looking like homeless people and shit. Because technically we was. So you know, went to the Monster, we went to the spot, the pizza spot. Because the hotel we were staying at right around the corner from East Spot. So we went to this pizza spot. So I had a slice in the cookie. I'm like, shit, I know what time it is here. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Found a spot. Boom. Now we just got to get there. So I'm like, maybe we can just walk there because it's downtown too. We forgetting LA is, you know what I'm saying?
Long.
LA busted open for you. It's spread out. You know what I mean? So
big lots.
Looking at that shit, I was like, yo, it's like a 40-minute walk. Not only is it a 40-minute walk, after all this bullshit done took place, I got like maybe an hour and a half to get to the spot. I still got to perform. I ain't even checked in a hotel, took a shower, changed clothes, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fuck it. We just got to get an Uber or get a lift. So we get a lift, get to the hotel, check in, no problem. Everything's cool. But this spot, yo, I love it. And I'm going to shout y'all out. Maybe I can't do it right now because of what I'm about to say. I mean, they was really cool people working there, but this spot was hella ghetto. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we wasn't on the street, so I wasn't tripping. You know what I mean? Right. And it turned out that the location was prime. I was like, oh, this is dope. Like we was able to walk around to the Staples Center, the Crypt, LA Live, all that shit. All of that shit was right. Figueroa was right down the street. You know what I'm saying? Wilshire's right here. Like we right where we need to be.
I think I know that hotel. Anyway, I think I stayed there. Because I know the whole area.
I'm about to say it's a couple of them in that area, but if you stayed at this one, if I tell you the name, you gonna remember that you stayed there. Trust me. All right. So we go and you know, I'm pothead. So now I gotta find a dispensary now before I get to the show. Because I know by the time I leave this show, I'm gonna be in a rush to do something else and I can't stop. So we walk to the dispensary. It's like 27 minutes away. That's what the GPS says. But I mean, we got them like 15 minutes. I was like, that y'all said y'all time this shit by people that walk like they got stones in their shoes. Like, obviously. So we get there, boom, do our thing. I'm like, yo, we gotta get to the spot. So we catch another lift, get to Hello Stranger. Walk in, hey yo, man, is there any way you can put me on a little earlier? You know what I'm saying? And I'm asking to get put on earlier because I need to catch a flight. You know what I'm saying? To get to North Carolina. So he's like, yeah, I got you. Cool. So the time he told me I was gonna get on, I didn't. It was a little, and it just kept moving and moving. And I was like, hey, yo, bro, it's gotta happen. I gotta go. Like one of the two, you know what I'm saying? Just so happened that it lined up perfect that I was able to get on, and it was right before Ian went up. So I went in and did my thing, checked out as much of them as I could, took off. I'm not even gonna get into it, but I didn't make the flight to North Carolina. So I go back to go, you know, we go back to the hotel, chilling. It was a rough night. It was a rough night. I smoked a whole lot. And you know what? Hey, fuck it. It's only real talk allowed. So we're just gonna get to it. It's like I had put the last of my bread with some bread that somebody else gave me to purchase the ticket to get to North Carolina, and then I didn't make my flight. So now, not only am I in LA in a room I ain't want to be in, but I'm figuring out the area cool. I'm getting ready to have to survive until my return flight to Washington on Monday with no money. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, my lady had a couple dollars on it, you know what I'm saying? So that was cool. But even that, you know what I'm saying, it extinguishes quickly when you're talking about being in Los Angeles trying to, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, but Buster, I've been on tour as a broke artist before, so I treated it the same way. You know what I mean? Went to the grocery store, bought some shit. It's a fridge and freezer in this motherfucker. Let's use that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we did that. Everything was smooth though, man. Like at the end of the day, I think it played out the way it was supposed to. That Saturday, took an opportunity to go out and see some things that to kind of inspire me You know what I'm saying? And it worked out. Then Sunday, finally got a chance to really chill with E, which was cool, which was dope. We ended up going out to Lamert Park, and they were having a celebration of life for a brother named Peace from Freestyle Fellowship. I didn't know what was going on. He said something while we were at the bar. We was at watching the football game, and he was like, yo. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we caught the train, went to Lamert. They having a freestyle cypher in the park. Young Humpty was there. Micah 9 was there. Yeah, it was people. The Supernatural was there. A matter of fact, salute the Supernatural. I actually got a flick with me, him, and E. I was gonna post it, but who gives a fuck? Like I'm just glad we was in that moment. But be on the lookout for the Supernatural interview on Sidebars coming soon. Yeah, man. So I actually was just standing there chilling and was like, "Y'all want to rap?" And he was like, "Then go rap. It's a cipher. They'll let you." So I got up there, and it was I gotta say, man, there's a such thing as cipher etiquette, right? There's a such thing as cipher etiquette. So cipher etiquette would imply that if you know it's 20 other niggas waiting to rap, that you don't rap like 62 bars. Mm-hmm. Get that shit. Get your little 16, maybe even a 24 if you really killing it, and get the fuck off the mic, man. You know what I'm saying? So, pass it to the next person. So I mean, it was going off. So I mean, I ain't mad, but I'm just like, yo, I really want to, get my opportunity to say something. And in that moment, it was like the whole world opened up, and somebody passed me the mic and was like, "Go ahead." And I was like, "Oh shit." And I stepped up to the front of the stage. And in that moment, I turned off everything and just went. And when I was done, And I guarantee you it was 20 bars or less. And I got the fuck off the stage, passed the mic to the next person and walked away. And I didn't stick around for round 2, nothing. I just walked away. Because in that moment, I realized I said exactly whatever the fuck I just said, I said exactly what I needed to say. And obviously, I said it well by the looks on all these people's faces. Cool. That's what's up. So, yeah, that was dope. Ran around with E a little more after that. Went back to the hotel, crashed out. Flew back to Washington, and I'm going to tell you, Washington is cool, but I don't think I ever been as happy to see cloudy ass, rainy ass SeaTac Airport as I was that day. Like, I was very glad to see that motherfucker because I knew my car wasn't far away and home wasn't far from that. I was like, man, get me the fuck back to my place. My goodness. Woo. But yeah, so there it is. You know what I'm saying? That took a little longer than I anticipated. But yeah, that was my weekend. You know what I'm saying?
As a journey.
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy. Salute to the homie K Burns, man. All the whole Borgata, man. All of those guys on tour together. They some animals, yo. For real. Straight monsters. Loved watching that shit. It was weird too because LA whole energy is different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially when you accustomed to a certain type of energy. And we don't do a whole gang of shows in the Northwest, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times I can sense that same energy in other places, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of I want to love you, but I can't out loud, you know what I'm saying? I want to love you, but I can't out loud because then they're gonna think I'm a dick rider. I was like, I'm gonna tell you how pervasive it becomes. I asked E the Mad Assassin, yo, E, but I'll be on some dickhead shit if I go ask Young Hump to take a flick. He was like, nah, man. Why would you think that? I was like, I mean, I just ain't trying to like a dick rider or nothing. Like, I just wanted, like, it's respect. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, he'll understand that. Just go talk to him. I was like, yeah, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. So I did that. But yeah, man, it's all about energy. Speaking of energy, I got some big news on the other side of this.
In this zone, you can feel it in the air. We everywhere, in every hood. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. You can run, but you know you can't hide. Better pray that you're on the right side. Right, be Stone cold in the Rock
project stone, running up in your glass house, itching to throw stones. These niggas ain't lit, I'm on fire, they cold stone. Infinite clone, softer than soapstone. 7 dead homes, royal rap, autograph on your headstone. I am heat, they weaker than Siamese. Cloud chasing by your streams, red eye to the interview, blunted, ready to devour zines. Dispel the rumors, kill your crying scene. Oscar worthy lying.
Well, now, ain't that a bitch? W.GG, you know what it is. Use code Pantha Politix, and right now, for a limited time, get 30%. That's right.
Okay.
10, 20, 30% off your order.
Yes,
It'll
we're good on that.
be dope for us, of course. Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. Make sure you go to W.GG, make that order, use code Pantha Politix, all one word. Say it all together like a Chalk Quest. You feel me?
Do you by any chance know when that 30% ends?
They just said for a limited time.
Okay.
I think they and I was like, I know it can't be a warehouse clearing thing because that shit stay empty. That shit flying out of there. You know what I'm saying? That Dragonade is dope. Ev loved the s'mores. I was like, I gotta get one of them. Matter of fact, I need to make an order. I mean, y'all already heard my story broke as fuck right now, but it's coming. It's coming. Fucking coming. Don't you worry about that. Oh man. Yo, we almost like an hour in already. That's crazy. It's crazy as fuck. Oh my goodness.
I talked too long about anal probes, bro. That's my bad.
Oh shit. You know what? When you said that, you know what's crazy? We ain't the only ones that seem to be traversing that realm of content.
Diddy Booty Jackson today. SMH, what is this world?
Shut the fuck up, nigga. You ain't heard nobody call me no fucking Diddy Booty Jackson, nigga. Ain't nobody said that shit all fucking day until you said that fucking shit. Now you got me spitting all over my fucking page. Cause you pissed me the fuck off. Ain't nobody call me Diddy Booty fucking Jackson.
Oh shit.
Look at this shit. I spit all over my fucking pain. My first fucking pain.
Fucking Rampage is hilarious, man.
Rampage wild, bro.
Say my name right. My name right.
Booty Jackson.
Ain't nobody ever. And nobody ever.
No, never.
Get it right. Never.
Nah. If you ain't heard about him taking nobody's head off their shoulders, ain't nobody never said that. ever.
It made me spit on my painting.
That part.
You feel my
messing
favorite
with their painting.
He did that shit.
You know he's painting for Zen, right? That just ruined his Zen. Like
Zen indeed. Hell yeah. You know, it's a lot of wild shit. And I be realizing when y'all be having the algorithm conversation, I'll be realizing why my algorithm ain't quite as wild as y'all. But as time has progressed and y'all be sending me shit, some of the shit y'all end up putting in the chat, I be like, damn, I saw that shit. This is some bullshit.
Sorry, not sorry.
They fucking my shit up. Because I mean,
I saw it.
Tell me something. Okay. Okay, fair enough. But shit like this. Build a pimpin' ass motherfucker. Oh shoot. Yo, that's crazy. Ooh. Man, that shit crazy than a motherfucker, bro. Tell me something.
Someone's looking up chastity belts, right? And that came up. I got kids, you know, I'm trying to set them on the straight and narrow. And just in case I gotta do some stuff. I was looking up how you making your own, you know, your own chastity belt. Homemade. Some cheap.
What in the Tim the Toolman Taylor was that shit? Like, come on, man.
Why you use the 6-inch bolt?
You did? Hey, why did
like the 2-inch bolt does the trick? And in case of emergency, it cuts down much needed
You gonna be swimming in your shoes by the time you get that shit unscrewed. Yeah, you gonna be swimming in your shoes by the time you get that shit done. Hey, dog,
I was really hoping you didn't have a torque wrench, you know, because that would have just been all bad. Bad angle.
Yeah, you know, like when the torque wrench catch and it like drag your arm a little bit. Imagine that you had that shit like mounted and you hit the button, but it catch a little bit and your whole body just fucking propels. Like,
whoa, wow, dang, that might be a ride or something. You know what I mean? Like, just be whipping.
See, I don't even understand.
How close is that to my junk though? Because that could be real bad. You know what I mean? Like that could go real bad.
You better just hope that you better hope that you get the wrench with that fucking bolt.
Yeah. Fuck around and go from Rock This Monster to JID in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Now I don't know which one of y'all. I don't know who did it. I just want to know why. I just need.
This is what? If you don't bite it, it did taste better though. I ain't gonna lie. So you just swallowed that whole shit? Yeah, you bisexual a little bit. The food, man, what? Nah, dude. I ain't gonna lie, bro. What the fuck about bisexual? I ain't gonna lie, bro. You're your third strike, nigga. You're your third strike. You got leave-in conditioner in. You swallowing meat. You ain't even gonna chew it, nigga. As a man. What the fuck they tell me to swallow anything? I chew my water, nigga. I ain't swallowing shit.
I chew my water.
That shit is crazy.
Oh, because I ain't never heard anybody be like, "You on your third strike," and then list out
your third strike.
Leave-in conditioner is a strikeable offense. Damn. All right.
Oh my god.
But then swallowing meat without chewing it.
He broke, and you know that he was serious because he wasn't talking like you know your normal boy where he's just like, motherfucker, you gay. He said, you bisexual. Yeah, like, I know you get down with a lady, but nah, you bisexual.
Yeah, bro, there's some other shit going on over there. Yeah. You on your third strike.
Yeah, like this has compounded for a while now.
He did. Hey, and how messed up is it that my man's trying to do a little YouTube spot. He's trying to cover the like it or not on the food. They got the food laid out. He probably invited his boy there and be like, "Yo, I'm about to do this thing because I got the leave-in conditioner in and all that, and I'm ready to look good on camera." And he just called him out like that.
Damn. But I mean, like, I'm gonna keep it that way, dog. If we getting ready to go do a show or some shit, and I see Mojo just swallow a glizzy or something, we gonna have to have a conversation. Like, hey, bro, you ain't like
a whole ass
nothing.
He said it tastes better if you don't chew.
It tastes better if you don't.
Tastes better if you don't. Hey, man, listen.
He said his homie said, "I chew my water." He said, "I don't swallow nothing."
Nothing.
Yo, that shit is crazy.
I chew my water.
I was.
Were you drinking water at the time? Because I was drinking something at the time, and I actually found myself chewing it. I don't know why. I was just like, it was a soda.
It makes you start wondering, man. Like, like you watch that video and like, I got my drink and I'm like, I might need to chew this shit because I know I ain't bisexual.
Oh my god, that shit is crazy. Now,
and it do make it taste better. You chew your Powerade a little bit, tastes better.
Switch it around the mouth.
Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness, I'm fucking dead.
That's what we call aeration.
You don't like the aerate, huh?
Aerate.
Don't aerate. Good Catholic man. He's a good Catholic man. He swallows straight up.
Oh nah. You wanted me to? I can introduce you to a good Catholic man, and exactly how they think. Check it out. I got something for you. Right?
Forgives you. Would you also forgive her when she cheats on you?
Let's even leave my own part, the part that she cheats. If I cheat and my wife catch me, I will not forgive her.
Are you playing? What type of playing is this? This is playing.
Because I know the effort that I put into covering up when I cheat. So for her to catch me, it makes she put in more effort than me. She went the extra mile. What did she find? You understand? Because for you to go that extra mile, go they find waiting not lost. It means that the marriage don't tire you. So the marriage don't finish. If you catch me cheating, the marriage don't finish. I can't forgive her for catching me. Why what did she find?
Are you serious?
What the fuck? What the fuck did I just hear? God,
I know fucking gaslighting,
that is
twisted ass logic was
crazy.
That dude is the reigning king of gaslight.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
The original stage play Gaslight was written about that motherfucker right there.
Bro, that is. I was
saw
like,
the Matrix spoon twisting up and doing all kinds of weird shit as he was talking.
Yeah.
I'm like, there is no spoon. This motherfucker don't make no sense. What?
But
I was
see,
like,
wow.
Why?
but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I see his logic.
He had a point. He had a point though. At the
Like,
same time, he did have a point.
It's hard. I went
put a lot of effort into
long
this.
way to cover this up. Which means you went even you did a full investigation to uncover this cheat. Why don't you trust me
at all?
Hey, yo, the wildest shit of all to me was when he said that shit, and I was like, but, or maybe you just maybe you did it wrong. Like, did you think about that? I mean, I'm just saying. That shouldn't have no bail, but I'm just saying, like, you putting all the blame on her. Like, you fucked it up. Like, maybe you did.
And that's where the spoon comes in. Where that shit started.
Now, normally I would agree with you, but a motherfucker that has expounded the logic that far, this motherfucker got a cheating checklist. I guarantee.
True indeed.
This motherfucker, he's like, okay, done. Okay, yep, done.
Did that. Wash the clothes. Make sure this isn't.
He has cheating precursors. He knows he's going to cheat next Thursday. He's already planning the shit.
He's like,
this motherfucker stomped on his phone today so that it doesn't become a problem tomorrow.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
Yeah. So you're trying to say he's a cheater, like a serial cheater. He knows the topic. Is what you're saying.
Well educated. I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Oh my god.
Cheater philosophy.
That's
another title.
Bro, that's nuts. Yo, that shit is crazy. Yeah, homeboy. Yeah, he went way too deep in the. I was like, bro, you thought about this way too. Like, here's my thing: if you got to do all that, it ain't worth doing it. Like, what? What are you doing? This is crazy. Like, you could really be exerting that energy on some way more positive shit than what you're doing right now. Like, I don't understand. But
so here's my thing: the chick that falls for him though, and falls for that twisted logic that he just threw down. That's when I'd be like, okay, we gotta check chromosomes. What's going on here? How are you falling for this? Is my man magical? How is he doing this? How is he twisting your brain right now? Right? You like Jedi, sir? Like, what is this? Like, how? How did you do that?
Oh, shit. Are you a Jedi?
Honestly, ever since I was in high school, the dudes that would gaslight their girlfriends and twist the logic all up, and they still be tutting around behind them like little puppies. I wonder what kind of magic charisma you got, sir. Can you bottle that? We can make some money on that, sir. Like that is amazing.
They can't bottle it because in order for you to bottle it, you would have to have crackheads to sell it to, and then everybody don't smoke crack, so you just gotta, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
this guy took his whole mechanic and put it on Front Street though. Like, that's the other thing to consider. Like he ain't on some super secret spy shit. Like, this motherfucker put it in the interview.
Oh, yeah, well, this is true.
That's how confident he is. That's how confident he is in the cheat game.
He said, I'll say it out loud because even if I say it, unless you go the extra mile like this motherfucker, you still ain't going. You know what I'm saying? I feel it. Okay. You sold me. Okay, you sold me. No doubt. Oh shit.
And you too can learn how to be a cheater buy my book.
This dude teaches seminars. Like the book that's at the merch table at the end.
He like the cheating Joel Osteen, the black version of shit. Like he got that motherfucker is crazy. That's wild. Yo, bro, the first time I saw that, I was like, I didn't just hear that. I had to take it back. And I was like, no, I heard that. Okay. Okay. But whatever. Hey, bro, if you like it, I love it. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
I love that phrase. If you like it, I love it. That's a great phrase. That's a great phrase, man. It's like it's dismissive and accepting at the same time. It's beautiful.
I ain't gonna throw no shade. Just know I ain't fucking with it. But it's cool. Yeah.
I like
your man, Red mad at me because she can't stop saying what's some get back, chopper, it go click, clack, boom. She can't stop saying it because I keep singing that fucking song all the time. But salute to the homie Meech. I'm gonna hit you up, dog. You got to come on Sidebars, bro. Fuck that. You need to come on Pantha Politix. You need to come on Pantha Politix, most definitely. Yeah, we got to include the whole squad in that one. That's Meech the homie. Let me ask y'all a question though. When it comes to the reimagining of certain records, right? Like is there such thing as going too far, or is there anything that you consider like out of bounds when it comes to doing it? I mean, other than like the obvious weirdo shit, but like you know what I'm saying, like just musically.
It's gotta be good, right? If it's not good,
it's gotta be good.
Yeah, if it's comedic or you're using that's hip hop. If you're using a remix or something, you're using a sample of something. If you're just redoing the whole song, but you're putting your own style on it. I grew up with Weird Al Yankovic. I loved it when he makes the comedy out of that. It's hilarious. All the songs he does is brilliant. You know what I mean? It's respectful to the song, but also puts his spin on it. I've seen other people like Meech do their thing, and I love it, man. I love the fact that they're just playing with the music, and it kind of, for me, gives respect to the original artist, because your song is good enough for me to try to make my own flavor version, because everybody's going to recognize this melody, this tune, that kind of thing. So I think it's a kind of an homage. Now, if they do it badly, you should hang them up. You should put them by, string them up by their balls. They should never do that shit again. But but if it's good,
aside from quality, honestly, the degradation of humanity has worked in favor of art, because like you can do some genuine fuck shit now, and there's gonna be an audience for it.
True indeed.
So unless it's a bad quality, like you'll find your audience.
Yeah,
because
that's sad, though.
People's just nasty.
Man, yeah. It's a few people that do that same thing. Take the records and turn them into like hood shit. And some of them are really, really, like, some of these guys can really sing. Like, I'm like, bro, you are amazing. Like, this is crazy. But then, like, the thing for me is, like, I think it would have been best. It would probably be best if some of those people who are trying to delve into that lane kind of take whatever light they getting from that right now and use that to springboard whatever they're going to do outside of it, because it's just a few people who are going to be able to do that and really run with. Like Meech, one of them. It's like 3 or 4 of them that I heard that I'm like, okay, these going to be the guys. Like we got Cole Kendrick and Canada Dry and you know what I'm saying, Future for their generation. That's they for, you know, they for doing their thing. That's gonna be they for that brand of music. Like everybody else, you're gonna have to either get in where you fit in and be okay with not being one of them, or use that to take you wherever else you need to go. Because it's only so far that shit gonna spread. But pause. Salute to the homie, man. But I gotta tell you, sometimes I hear shit and I be thinking to myself, well, there's 2 different times. No. Okay, there's 4 times. I had to think about it. Time 1, I'm not high enough for this shit. Time 2, damn, that ain't good. Time 3, that's all right. Time 4, I'm high as a kite, but it ain't distracting me from the fact that this is absolutely amazing. And then there's that odd time when something falls right in the middle. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to think about this. So
I love those.
we can share. I wanted to share. And then we can discuss. I mean, I thought it was kind of I think he feels the same way.
Whoa. Smooth already.
That girl so scandalous, and you know another nigga couldn't handle it. So you shaking that thing like who's the ish, with the look in your eyes so devilish. You like to dance all the hip-hop spots, and you cruise to the grooves like an acrobat. Not just her bench, she liked to pop, cause she was living la vida loca. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I'll sing it again. She had dumps like a truck. Thighs like what? All night long. Let me see that thong. That thong. Like it when the beat go. Like it when the beat go.
Yeah, I might need a copy of this.
That girl's so scandalous, and I know another nigga couldn't handle it. And she's shaking that thing like who's the ish, with the look in her eyes so devilish. She liked to dance all the hip-hop spots, and she cruised to the grooves like an acrobat. Not just her bench, she liked to pop, cause she was living la vida loca. She had jumps like a truck.
Escalation.
Thighs like what? Baby, move your butt. I think I'll sing it again. She had jumps like a truck. Thighs like what?
This is absolutely insane. I can't believe I played this shit this day. But yo, he smoked that shit. Yo. They smoked that shit. I can't believe I played that shit that long. They're gonna soul flag the shit out of me. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. Oh man,
my thing is like
fucking incredible.
If those are real people doing these renditions and stuff like that, my hat's off, right? But if it's AI, I'm kind of a little upset. I mean, I'm okay. I'm a little upset that I can't give my hats off to the person that actually did it. But damn, AI, yo, what's up? Yo, how'd you do that? that was pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean, where do you put something like that in the? Because I mean, it's absolutely amazing. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely amazing. But by the same token, there, I mean, you know, of course, there are going to be some people who feel like you know where I'm going with this. They're going to feel like tying the gospel feeling. I guess the same way they looked at Ray Charles when he first came out.
Exactly. Come on.
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin too.
You know what I'm saying?
You know? Yeah.
True that. Yeah. True that.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Honestly,
okay.
okay,
So I
look.
mean, yeah.
Tied to the gospel stuff. I mean, it's a good. I grew up around cover bands, right? Barry is huge for cover bands. Like a lot of people do a lot of cover popular music, but older music, and they do it in their own style. And for someone to take, you know, the thong song and make it into a gospel rendition that slaps, come on. You just got to give it the props that it's due. Just it could have been anything, but it slaps. So
I mean, with a lot of the entities, some of the instrumental, like that's more soul gospel for me. Like I don't get me wrong, I definitely see the gospel nod, but like the gospel inspiration, but like that's soul to me. Like that was a soul track. And yeah, so I mean, somebody's gonna find something wrong with it because somebody finds something wrong with everything at some point. But when you can do some shit like that, like don't like when Thong Song comes on, like okay, that's a fun track, right? Like people get into the song, it's like it's a Thong Song, okay. You hear some shit like that, that you can actually bob your head to. Like, I don't know if I ever listened to a thong song and had to go, ooh, but when that escalation started and he hits that first like real high note, like that shit broke. So fuck him.
Like I said, if it's good, who cares?
Yeah, like I'm a playlist that shit. You're muted.
There was a point where he was singing where I was just like, yo, this, I mean, and Cisco a monster. So I'm like, yo, as much as I'm fuck all the jokes and all the other shit. Like, don't fuck around. Like, he'll fuck around and sing your ass under a table. But I was like, yo, this cat really taking this song, like this whole arrangement really is taking this song to a whole different place than I ever. Like, I never was a fan of the record. You know what I'm saying? So like, I thought it was funny. I didn't really like the song though. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, this motherfucker can sing his ass off and he can dance his ass off. So, and they using all of that to the fullest advantage. I see you get your money, bro. But yeah, I was like, nah, that right there, put it in a whole different light for me.
Yeah, he made Thong Song as a bop.
Right.
He knew it was gonna be a bop. He knew that it was gonna be played in the club. Like, he knew that, it would.
We used to do that.
Exactly. It was one of them things where, like, he knew it was going to be a bop. He knew that it was going to hit, certain fields that he was going to be able to make money on. Like, I don't think at any point he was like, thinking about his like 20 like top tier tracks that he's ever done, and he was going to throw a thong song in there. It might be one of his most successful.
Yeah. It's one of my biggest records. That don't mean it's one of the best. Yeah.
But taking something like that, putting that soul to it, like, that's crazy.
Yeah. You know what? I'd like to, at some point, I want us to analyze and see how many artists actually their biggest record is their best record. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there are some cases where that is true, but there are most cases where the best record that the artist ever made got largely ignored by the general public, so it wasn't a hit. But it's a classic to real listeners.
Perfect example. We all know the answer. What's Joe Budden's most popular song?
Pump It Up. Yeah.
And by far.
Yeah. Easy.
I wouldn't put it in his top 10 best tracks.
I wouldn't put it in his top 40.
Exactly. Because it was only made to be a bop.
Yep, that's it. That's all it was. That's all it was.
Yeah.
And that's why he be laughing at people when they try to bring that shit up. He like, dog, do you realize you talking crazy to me about a song that, despite the fact of how funny you think it is, I'm still regarded as a top tier lyricist, and then it was still a hit. Why you bullshitting? So like, why are you bullshitting? It was still a hit. So,
but that's the thing. A lot of motherfuckers that go after him don't even got that one bop.
They don't. Not even close.
I don't know the criteria. I thought that you had to have a bop. Because every big artist always tried to at least, once every 5 years come out with a bop of some kind for the club, right? We just kind of stopped doing that recently, where we just don't actually make records for the club strictly, right? I don't even think people go to the clubs like that anymore. But,
so, I mean, there are plenty of artists that you can call out and, like, they went at the bop. You can say Jay-Z, Big Pimpin', like we can go down and down and down the line, right?
Exactly.
Like, where they created a bop just to make the bop. But we're talking about the top tier artists at that point. A lot of people that go after Budden for Pump It Up, they're not the top tier artists. They're the B and C grades. Like, it was the C grade Rockefeller motherfucker that would go after Joe Budden for Pump It Up. And it's like, yeah, but you don't even have the one. Like, okay, you're calling him a one-hit wonder because he had the one big bop, right? But you don't even have that.
That's right. And that was one of the most best placed bops in a while, because that was on video games, 2K. You had that as trailers for movies. People were using like just the front end. He did amazing placement for that song. That's a one-off. So like, let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? That was a one-off for him to be able to place it somewhere so he can just make revenue money on wherever he places it. He talks about that kind of stuff, or he thinks about where the song can go.
That song
right?
He's talked about Pump It Up, where he had basically a full album done, and they were like, "No, you need a bop. So go back in the studio and make a bop." And that's how Pump It Up came along. The album was done.
Yep. Him and Just Blaze, Bobbity Bop, that shit all the way to the bank. That shit was, that shit, I mean, you know, he said he ain't make it. I mean, of course, his first contract was a bad one. And I mean, yeah, like some of the things I learned about Def Jam over time is but it is what it is. I mean, it's the music business and music industry, what you expect. Speaking of music, I've been working a little bit recently. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. Thanks to the international homie Neve Faye. She reached out and was like, "Yo, I want to get you on a record." So salute to her for reaching out to me for the record Underdogs. Salute to the bro Soul the Interrogator who mixed and mastered the joint. Have y'all heard the joint? Have y'all heard the joint at all?
Yeah, I heard the little clip that you threw up on Instagram going through the previews this week, but yeah. I can't actually wait. Is there more? Is it just the one track? Is there a whole EP coming or what?
I mean, right now it's just the one joint, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I know because of their Irish connection, her and Soul gonna be doing some work together. So I'm glad to see that connection got made for sure.
Yo, not for nothing. So before we get in the track, I don't even want to talk about the track yet. I want to know who did the cover art and why you look like Debo with a beard.
Man, yeah. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, that's interesting. Okay. But you know what I realized is that somebody else did an AI rendering of my face and it came out somewhat similar to the same way. And I was like, you can fix that, right? Like,
crazy. At some point, I'm gonna go and do a side by side of you and Debo, because picturing Debo in my head and seeing you right there, that's just different. So maybe AI is racist, and they're just like, well, they all look the same. But that's fucked up.
He's big and bald. He look like Debo. You know what? I've looked like every bald black motherfucker in the world since I've been bald. I look like Michael.
Like that ain't right.
Damn, that's just crazy as hell.
Yeah.
It's wild you said that. I just want to take a second and salute Happy Cannabis. Salute to y'all, Happy Cannabis. This is Killer Strawberries from Outer Space, and it is absolutely dope. Anyway, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I was like, I saw the cover art and I was like, okay. Look good. I know you already got a drop date and everything. Just run it. It's cool. It's cool. I got a real face. I'll be fine. I'll just make sure my real face get out there. I'm cool. I got a real face. I get out there. It's all good.
All right. Now, in regards to the track, it was fire. I've heard little clips of her, and you played me a couple tracks, so I kind of knew what to expect. But yeah, like she killed her verse. You killed your verse, of course. There's something about the hook that I'm just not like the hook doesn't hit me like the verses do. And the thing is, I've heard a couple of her tracks, and I've seen her construct a better verse. So I know what she was going for, and I'm with it. Like my hang up on the verse doesn't hang up the track for me at all. Okay. But it just seems like I know that she's creative, and I know that like both of y'all got banging verses on there, and like the hook would probably be the only thing that I could possibly like critique a little bit.
I can dig it. Okay, no doubt. And you say you haven't heard the whole record?
Not the whole record yet. No, just little parts of it. It sounded pretty good from what I was hearing, but I just hadn't got a chance to get into it.
No doubt, absolutely. I rap a little bit. It was a fun joint for sure. It was I was like, okay, this is give me an opportunity to do a little something I ain't done in a minute. Like I ain't really talk from the standpoint of being an underdog much. Like I usually be like, y'all can't fuck with me, but like,
I know, you know, that's the homie for you. So I'll call this out. And it ain't even on no disrespect, but I can say it as a cracker. She's Irish as fuck.
Oh yeah.
So, and the reason I say that is because if you don't know going into it, so all you motherfuckers listening to this right now, go listen to the track. But know right now, she's Irish as fuck.
The brogue is real.
So when you listen to it, go in knowing you about to hear some Irish as fuck rapping, and it's fire. But you're gonna hear her, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, she Irish as fuck," and that's real.
Yeah, super Irish. I was like, "Yo," and I was like, I wonder what our voices are going, what we're going to sound like on a record together, because like. But salute the soul. Yeah, he did his thing on the mix. So,
and she doesn't have like your standard like high tone voice either.
No.
So like I think like even though like you got a deeper tone in your voice, obviously she's octaves ahead of you, but there's not so much of a dissonance that the track feels like unbalanced. And of course, you know, as you said, Soul did his thing. But no matter how much mixing and mastering you're doing, if the voices on the two features on a track are completely off, it's going to be noticeable. Something's going to feel off. It's not that with you and her.
No doubt. All right, that's what's up. P, I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Most definitely, I didn't get a chance to peep the whole joint. That was it definitely was an experience, and I did kind of play with my own voice as I was, you know what I'm saying, getting into the just to kind of make it a little more balanced. So I lifted just a little, just enough for it to. So yeah, I think it balanced out pretty well. That shit's dope. Yeah, we should definitely do some more shit though, for sure, for sure. Shit, I think the other joint I threw up was Reverie.
Yeah,
letter to a letter to younger me. Man, I like Reverie. I think Reverie's pretty dope. So most of the time. So I mean, yeah. What y'all think about the joint?
Go ahead, Musk.
I dug it. Like listening through it, like I've listened to it probably like 2 or 3 times, and like I would even throw it on a playlist and like keep listening to it. Tonality is dope. There's nothing like, I guess my only hang up is like there's nothing throughout the track that like really grabs me and makes me there's nothing that like really like makes me appeal to the track. Like I can dig the messaging, I dig her tonality, I dig the beat, but I don't know, there's just like there's not one or two bars that like grab me where I'm like, yo, that was fire. Like everything's dope, but there was no aspect of it where I was like, that's fire. But overall, like I'm gonna continue to spin it. I already threw it on my playlist. I already copped that shit because I could have just listened to it for the free. I already copped it. It's one of them things that's nice to listen to. But like I don't know if there's any situation where I'd be like, you know what, I need to listen to that track. And that's the thing. Like there are some things that Reverie's done where I'm like, yo, no, I want to go listen to this. This is one of them tracks where if it came up, I wouldn't skip it, but I can't think of any scenario where I'm like, I want to go listen to Letter to a Younger Me.
Yeah, I feel it.
Right.
I feel that.
Yeah. So that's a little bit my assessment. It is a well crafted track. It's just sometimes it's too perfect where you're just like, there's nothing that stands out. There's nothing that makes it feel more than anything. And coming from a DJ's perspective, I would just, it's a good spin track. It's one of those ones where you can mix in something else with it, you know, and it would balance well. It's something to fill in there to kind of get, you know, Reverie's name out there to kind of remind you, hey, I got something else out there, and then you can flow it into something else. But it's not something that you were like, you put it on and people are like, oh, that's the one, right? It's kind of it's kind of forgettable in a way, and that's kind of unfortunate because it is such a well-crafted track, and everything is virtually perfect. You know what I mean? But it just doesn't have that. So
yeah, hell yeah, kind of like one of them joints that'll come on and you'll be like, "Oh shit, yeah, I remember." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel it. Hell yeah.
It's like a Hey So classic. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hear it in a mix of something else, you're just like, oh yeah, I like that song. That's a good song. But it's not the one that you go, oh, where was that? Like Monster's point. Where's that track at? I gotta find that track because it just does something to me. Now you may have, because there are, I guess the tone of it and the feel of it is one of those things. If you have a memory attached to something, the subject matter of this, like if you can relate to the subject matter of this, then this could be something you have in your life track per se. But it doesn't really just for me, you know.
Yeah. So
it doesn't quite hit.
While y'all were talking, like the thought that I've been searching for finally hit me. If this is the first single off of an album, I don't think that this single was released because it's like been identified as the best bop on the album. I think that this single was released because it's the most meaningful to her.
Ta-da.
So in my mind, if you're gonna do something like that, because like India Irie did that, right? She released like on her first album, one of the singles was like something that was more like a poem, and it didn't actually feature her full range of what she could do. You didn't get that until like the third or fourth single. So if that's the case, then I anticipate whatever this new album is going to be. If this is one of the first title tracks, like first two tracks on the album, it's a setup. All right, cool. So what else you got? I'm curious now. But if this is how the entire album is kind of crafted all the way through, and sometimes that happens, where you get that good sound engineer, you get everybody else, working well, and everybody makes a great, technically perfect song, technically perfect album, but nothing sticks out. Nothing really stands out to be memorable. That's kind of, it's unfortunate, but it happens. And I'm hoping this is not it. I think this is just one track. And I'm curious to see what else comes if this is part of an album like you think it is.
And I will say, I've heard it before where one particular track might not do justice to the album, but the entire album itself, whether it be concept or not, the entire album itself will hit hard. So, and maybe that's what this is, where it's like, yeah, this track in particular really meant something to me because it very much is an introspective thought to herself. And that might be wrapped up into a bigger message, throughout the entire concept of the album. And it might be the whole album that hits, and it might just be one of those things where you have to listen to it front to back.
And so honestly, if the albums are concepted like that, where if the pieces don't really work without the whole, I almost feel like, and this is, I'm not obviously not their marketing people. I don't know what the whole scheme is, but I'm almost at the point of not releasing singles at that point because it's going to be taken out of context or slightly diminished because it doesn't have the other accompaniments to help it out. And that's a hard thing because, that's how the industry works. You got to put singles out to get people interested and to bring them to the table and to the album. But
see, today I don't agree with that anymore. And I know where you're coming from because we're talking about, history of music. Today, I don't agree with that. And where I would like to see those type of albums go, if you got a really good marketing team, utilize your social media platforms, utilize other forms of media to promote the album, you could be putting out a little 3-minute short of yourself in situations that are inspired by the concept of your album and utilize those mediums to gain interest to the album. And you can even have some tracks, spinning in the background, to peak that tonality that we're talking about. But explore your other factions of media as your promotion. Not everything needs a single these days.
Shout out to those artists out there that are actually doing that are doing the BTS, the behind the scenes stuff, kind of utilizing the explanation to the audience about what these albums that they're crafting and what these pieces of art that they're crafting should be interpreted as, and using other media as, to Monster's point, to do it. That short form documentary will really save your butt sometimes, really help people understand what you're trying to do. Just sit down and it's not the interview. That's the thing. Like sometimes seeing you in your space, in your environment, crafting out the album, talking with the actual individual, seeing the energy that's happening inside the studio. Sometimes that actually helps audiences connect way more. You sitting down and just answering the same general questions. So, shout out to those people that are doing that. That adds way better content for us to understand your art and to connect with you better. That's just me. One producer to it.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. That's real shit. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to tell motherfuckers, they be like, why don't you do more behind the scenes shit? I be like, dog, ain't no behind the scenes. I write shit in the bathroom. You ain't coming in my bathroom. What the fuck wrong with you? I'm cool. Leave me alone. Like,
wow, come on, Sam.
Listen to this shit when it drops.
I want to see how
look,
it comes
I want
out.
you to hear, I want you to hear the music drop. Like not that's like that's
yo, honestly, Sev, I'm gonna call this out because you've called it out on a previous pod. So I ain't diming you out. But you should do that video, because if y'all don't remember, Sev writes in the bathroom on a regular basis, but he ain't taking a shit. He doing it in the dark. So put out that 60-second video of you in the bathroom in the dark. And just like bring the phone in there, set it up, take the video, and it's basically just gonna be black. Like it's just gonna be like it's gonna be
That's
nothingness.
Like if I want to really let people in on my writing process, I can go do that video in the dark in the bathroom. You'll be able to see my screen because I write on my phone. But the music that you're going to hear playing and me doing this as I'm rapping, and the music that you hear playing is going to absolutely fuck with your brain, because you can be like, how the fuck are you writing that, listening to that shit? But yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we should do it because
we're doing that.
I know some of the tracks that you listen to for inspiration, and with them tracks, like even I've been like, man, you really got that from this? I bet that's my dude.
I don't know. I'll be hearing some weird sometime, man.
You should definitely have the scene to show you how you're doing it with those tracks, but then what it transforms into, because really, I think that's what people are gonna be like, wow, where it goes from what you listen to, what you're writing down, to actually what it becomes afterwards. I don't know. I would hate you if I was the engineer, if I had to listen to what you were listening to, and then be like, I translate. Glad you just giving me the bars.
Oh yeah, it's you know what the funny thing is, I think and I can I could probably attest to quite a few people thinking this. Like it's been times we've been in the studio and it's been a group effort to do something, and we've been listening to a beat and everybody's writing to the beat, and then I just walk the fuck away and they like, but where you, and I'm like, shh, I'll be back. I'll be back. But you can't hear the beat. I know. I don't need to. It's cool. I got it. And somebody said I was crazy for that, and I was like, but why? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why you think that's weird. And he was like, but dude, you're writing like, and he's like, but the thing that makes it weird is the way that you rap. Like the way you write a beat, nobody would have any clue you don't write it to the beat. And I'm like, oh, that's what you mean. That's easy. He's like,
I heard the beat 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know the beat already. I'm good. We can dance. It's cool. Shit. But we're going to dance to this right now. Yeah, I'm fucking with that. Salute to my man, Luciano Pavarotti.
Yeah, bro, I wasn't going to call it out.
I said it. I said it on the pod before. So, like, I was like, man, shit. Damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
but the wild part is he ain't the only one. He ain't the only one. Like, that's the wild part. Like, I'll be like, yeah, some of the shit, man, never mind. We ain't gonna get into all that. Hey, y'all might want to turn your volume down to like 6.
There you go.
Something like that, maybe. I don't know. Y'all know what time. Well. Yeah, I know what time it is for a long blaze, and today on the skewer, we about to get to it. None other than De La Soul, Cabin in the Sky. This is the man. Rest in peace to Dave, first and foremost. Rest in peace to Dave, first and foremost. De La Soul, legendary rap group. If you're not familiar with De La Soul or their catalog, I have to wonder how that's possible. And if you call yourself a hip hopper, and I don't care where you're from, like don't matter what coast, none of it. You should know who they are. This is their first release post the passing of Dave, and I think basically they essentially said this is it because we ain't De La Soul without him. So, and I feel him on that. Man, I've been waiting for this for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think people understand how much of a De La Soul fan I am. Like I have been waiting for this for so long. I was waiting for this shit to get on streaming for so long. Because even though I own several of their albums already, like some of them I don't. And record store, where? Anyway, so the brothers came back swinging, Cabin in the Sky. Salute the Mass Appeal, man. Salute the fucking Mass Appeal all over again. So let's get to it. How are we feeling about De La Soul?
You want
So
to go
this is
first?
kind
Or
of
you
rough.
want me to go first?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock it out and I'm gonna go first because I am also a huge De La fan, and man, I was actually really anticipating this, and I was wanting to see how they would do it without Dave, how they would bring in any old tracks that Dave was possibly to probably bring it forward or whatever. And as a tribute album, as a kind of like everybody giving their piece to tribute to Dave, this was great. It was great. Um, as a De La album, I did not feel as if it was a De La album. I didn't feel the cohesiveness of a De La album. There was something about the arrangement. And De La Soul does like experiment and tries different things, and they're all about that, and that's what I love about them. But this just felt a little weird. Um, Sometimes the features list that they had on there was amazing. For like everybody that was featured on there did their thing. However, I felt again they did it in spite of the arrangement. Um, so talking to your point, they felt like they were rapping not to the beat that was given. Whatever lyrics they made up, whatever bars that they arranged for themselves wasn't quite matching up for me with the arrangement that was being given to them, but they still did it. So it's one of those things where, damn, even in spite of, they still killed it. Um, as a whole, though, the album itself it's good. There's like 4 individual tracks that I can sit there and be like, yeah, I can spin those. I'm gonna put that on my regular spins list. But as a whole, unlike what Mass Appeal has done with previous albums, like like I said, I've been saying it, have been like 8 tracks, right? You listen to them front to back, and it's been great. This one, I could skip a couple tracks. I could skip around even, and that's kind of disappointing when it comes to De La because I never really had to do that with De La Soul before. So, like I said, you know, it's not really De La without Dave, but Dave was present and all the respect was present. So it's definitely one to cop to be able to wrap up. If De La, this is the last thing they're going to do, it's a good send off, but I wouldn't say it's their best send off. And that's obviously circumstance. So,
Yeah.
For me, we'll do the rating, at the end. But yeah.
So I agree with most of Percy's points. I am going to potentially offer an explanation to some of it as well, just because without Dave, like you said, there is no De La Soul going forward. Hence, this being potentially their last album, unless there's something else that comes up. But with that, it felt like, well, first, okay, before I say anything, I'm going to put out the name Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. So, especially with the Mass Appeal albums, I've been trying not to even go and look at the track list just because there's been such a ridiculously high caliber of features on every album that I almost want to be surprised. And the thing is, like, I like, hopefully you guys know who Giancarlo Esposito is. He's an actor. You would know if you saw his face.
Please.
People that are really into cinema or are fans of his, you know the voice immediately. And the moment the opening skit comes on, I know that voice. So immediately I'm blowing up and I'm like, yo, this is fire. So I'm going to throw that out there. He does multiple skits throughout the album. It's dope. Even the first skit, it's calling out the features. Like, it's giving you a very good rundown of the album. And it ends like, so they're doing a almost like a roll call. And they're doing roll calls for each individual feature. And then they do a roll call for Dave. And they continue to call it out because he's not going to answer. So you know immediately, like, okay, I get it. This felt like it should have been 3 albums. And that's, I guess, kind of what trips me up. Because if you break this out to be 3 albums, to me, it operates more cohesively. This album, to me, had 3 intentions. That's my guy right there. So this album had 3 intentions for me. First, to honor Dave. Second, to celebrate hip hop. There's a lot of celebration in this. And there are very few artists in hip hop that deserve to celebrate hip hop as much as De La Soul.
Oh, yeah.
And then the third aspect is honestly, like, to your point, it's been a while since they put an album out. Like, not a crazy long time, but they wanted to get their shit off. And they did at points. So to just put out a banger De La Soul album to honor Dave and to celebrate hip hop, you put those 3 albums into one album, and to P.e.a.c.e point, that can lead to a lack of cohesiveness at times, because it's not even just 3 albums stacked on top of each other, it's all intermingled. I do agree the features were fire. Honestly, De La Soul got their shit off. Like they got some dope verses. It kills. But yeah, there's just it's that almost jumbledness of so much intention going in different directions that can be difficult to follow at times for me.
I can dig it. Yeah, I mean, a part of it feels like a dump to me. It's like, okay, look, we getting ready to empty the chamber. Like, this is what we got left. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. Now mind you, I up front admit my biases when it comes to De La Soul and Outkast, and Wu-Tang Clan, obviously. I up front admit my biases. I think that Pasta Noose is one of the most underappreciated penmen in the history of rap. No questions asked. I think De La Soul as a group is one of the more underappreciated groups in the history of hip hop, just because at a point they weren't mainstream darlings anymore. They was falling in their own bag and doing their thing, and still move. Man, that's it. I probably listened to the album about 5 times up to today. And that's only because I think a part of that's because I've been taking, strangely enough, I've been taking it in sections and saying, okay, what do I think here? Okay, now as I move forward, am I still here, or where is this taking me now? You know what I'm saying? I viewed it more like I was reading a book, and as I'm reading the book, and as I'm going to each section of the book, some of it seems like it's not cohesive. It don't go with this part, but then all the way over here, oh, that and that, oh, I get it. Okay, cool. But why was that right there? You know what I'm saying? And it may be because I think this era De La Soul than prior to that, more so than the Stakes is High era De La Soul. You know what I'm saying? 3 Feet High and Rises to Stakes is High. Now that era De La Soul is earth shattering. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not that the AOI era was bad. It's just that they did a lot of experimenting, and yeah, they was in a bag. I love the shit personally, but I also love Outkast being in their bag. So like, it is what it is to me. Like, so as I listened to the album as it progressed, I found myself saying, okay, I see what you did here. Back to the point, yeah, definitely showing love to Dave. All love and due respect. Man, True Glory Dove, Dave, salute, man. Sheesh. A celebration of hip hop, absolutely. A celebration of themselves, and they deserve to do it. And every person that came on there also was seeming to be getting their shit off in celebration of De La Soul. Man, Nasir Jones, brother. The way you've been rapping on everybody else's album, if you and Preem don't knock this shit out the park, bro, I'm gonna be so mad. You got to smash now. Like, think about it. And we were saying it the whole time, like, he's putting so much pressure on himself right now. So much pressure on himself. And it's like, man, you might say De La Soul album don't necessarily put pressure on Nas. Cool. But De La Soul and Big L and Ghostface and Raekwon and Slick Rick and like all of that definitely put pressure on Nas. So
I'm gonna step in real quick. I don't
deep.
I don't like interrupting you during your take, but anybody that says, I don't care what De La Soul album you're talking about, anybody that says they don't feel the pressure from De La Soul, you're fooling yourself, and you should be feeling the pressure.
Please believe me,
because
Nas know that, even
exactly, even a kind of disjointed De La Soul album is gonna be better than half y'all shit.
Easy, just all creativity.
So yeah, let's just make that clear, because they were scientists before it was cool to be scientists. You want to talk about experimenting, motherfucker? Like,
yeah. I absolutely I enjoyed it. Do I think it's a classic? Nah. I think it's a solid daylight album. A good salute to Dave. And a dope celebration of them. If this is the last hurrah, I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Could it have been something else? Sure. But if this is the last hurrah with him not being here, and you know what I'm saying, it's only so far you just can't account for that person not being present. You know what I'm saying? There's no matter how much you know that person, no matter, something can happen at any moment that their brain register that yours just don't. And they'd be like, yo, what about this? And it's the perfect thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, but salute to them brothers, man. Salute to Mace, salute to P.e.a.c.e, salute to the whole Native Tongues, man. Yeah. I love the album. But yeah, like I said, not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I love the album. Absolutely. And they was on their shit. They picked the pens ain't slacking. So the pens ain't slacking. Yeah, not at all. So let's get some ratings on this De La Soul album. We'll go around the board. P, what you give it out of 4?
Out of 4, I give it a nice, let's see, I want to say 3, like a solid 3, right? But part of me, because of the Esposito part and because those features were just banging, like I want to say 3.5. because it just brings it up a little bit. So, but 3.5, solid 3 though.
Solid 3, okay. Okay.
So Esposito being on there was crazy. That definitely bumps it up. Because, like you said, because this is the last hurrah, like you don't end a gunfight without an empty clip.
Absolutely.
So by them putting out so many tracks, because this is what a fucking 20 tracks, 20 track album. Yeah. So yes, it is disjointed, but if you know that this is the last fight, you don't leave anything on the table. You don't leave a bullet in the clip. So that I will I understand and respect. Just the fact that it's De La Soul, you get a point there. The features were fire. I'm good with I'm good with a 3.5. If you don't have the love and respect for De La Soul, I could see you giving it a 3. But yeah, I'll go with P and say a solid 3.5.
Oh shit. Okay. You know what? I can agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah, 3.5. Because I do definitely feel like there's a without Dave being president, there's an element of their creativity that's just missing. You know what I'm saying? And not that they did a bad job at all. Like again, salute to Mace, salute to p.e.a.c.e, Mace and p.e.a.c.e. But yeah, definitely. Love the album. 3.5, solid for me. Absolutely. You might want to turn your music back down to 6 again. Oh shit. So man, I'm looking at the ticker. So I mean, we actually got a kind of ill thing we was talking about. Like, what y'all think? How y'all feel about it? Y'all want to save it for next time, or can we? You know what I'm saying? I think we still we good. So y'all know we get into our film and TV bag sometimes, and I would like to do a lot more of that because it's a lot of shit that's kind of slipping through the cracks. But with both of y'all being like heavily into that side of the shit, behind cameras, at times in front of when necessary, the whole 9 yards. It made me wonder because we've watched a lot of some of the same shit, a lot of different shit, and we have a lot of conversations about different things that we watch and even development of our own ideas. Question: what was like your favorite character arc you ever see? Like, be it villain, hero, whichever. Like, which one did you enjoy the most, or was most well developed in your opinion?
All right, so if everybody, I'm a big sci-fi fan. I direct, write sci-fi, horror, that kind of stuff. That's what I do. Now, one of the things that
did you say? I thought he said that too. You said porn?
That's the glitch in the Matrix, man. No, horror.
No, that was a Freudian slip, motherfucker.
I mean, at home,
he was like, I write, I direct sci-fi and porn.
Sci-fi porn.
Everybody got a side hustle. It's consistent.
Big titty vixens of Venus.
You saw that one. It's out. It's out now. So go stream that.
I got a production credit. I got a production credit.
Oh my God. Anyway, look. No, so there's a show that came out in the mid 90s, early 2000s or whatever. They finished up in the 2000s, called Farscape, and it was on Sci-Fi Channel and that kind of stuff. Now it is a Australian production. This is before, Lucas was going down there doing Star Wars, and before we had Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. So this is like people really seeing how Australians kind of make films, and it was different. It was so different. So the show itself is just wild and crazy sci-fi wise. Sets, you have Jim Henson doing puppets, you know what I mean? So it was dope, right? So everything you see in Star Wars now, just imagine back in the day with a lower budget. And
shit.
but they had a character on there, John Crichton, and he was like your typical Buck Rogers. He gets shot out into the universe, way far away from home, and he has to figure out how the hell to get home and how to survive. And his story arc, because he is a human being, a very much cultural centered for the 90s human being. He does pop culture references. He like doesn't understand, so he acts like the stupid country bumpkin sometimes on purpose, just because he don't know. Like, he's great, and him trying to figure out the universe is amazing, because it's just like, what they got this thing called a dentic, which is like a little slug that goes in your mouth and like cleans your teeth, and it leaves off a minty flavor, like toothpaste, right? He's like, right. But him to understand what that thing is, right? To have him go through that experience of somebody sticking a worm in his mouth to clean his teeth, he was freaking out. That's exactly how I would be. You know what I mean? So everything that he does, especially all the hardships that he faces it very human compared to all his other counterparts on there who are, not human. They're all aliens. It's the entire cast. So he's trying to. It's a great storyline. It's one of those shows you just definitely check out. I think you can stream it on YouTube and that kind of stuff or whatever. But it's definitely one of those shows where the character every season gets better. He learns. He doesn't keep falling on the same tropes, the same problems that he did last season. He gets better progressively, and the show shouldn't have ended the way that it ended, because they had to sum it all up and they ran out of budget and all that good stuff. But man, that could have been a show that could have just continued forever in my book, right? Because his arc is just so great.
Oh, that is some shit. People down the toilet. That's how it ended. He's like, ah, like they.
Kind of. There was a boat. He got, anyway. Kind of like that. For those who know, who know. I'm not counting Peacekeeper Wars, the movie they did. So anyway.
Oh my goodness, that sounds crazy already. Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out then, because I mean, that's. It sounds like I'm gonna laugh like hell at the way it looked, but I'm gonna just try to dial into the character and not into because I'm gonna tell you, I will. I will laugh my ass off. But
hey, just honestly, just be patient with it up until about season 3, okay? Because season 3, they finally got the budget and also the story plot and everything to really match up. So it actually still holds up to this day as far as good sci-fi quality, right? But yeah, check it out. It's worth checking out.
That's a lot of patience. All right, I got you.
No, not really. They're short seasons. There's really short seasons. So they're like maybe about 8 to 9 episodes per season. They're really short.
Okay.
So
I can make that work. I can make that work then. Hell yeah, no doubt. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Monster, what about yourself?
All right. I'm gonna give my best and my worst. The worst is actually gonna be a lot more descriptive than one of the best. All right. So whether you like the actor or not, because he did some grimy shit. Verbal Kint. Leading into one of potentially the best villains in cinematic history, Kaiser Sose. So when you have the crippled Verbal Kint throughout the entire movie, he kills that character. Like, he plays the character incredibly well. Some of the best one-liners, in my opinion, in cinematic history comes from him as Verbal. He's getting beaten by a detective. He ends up on the ground. He's shouting at him. And he says, yo, I know that it was Kaiser Sose. And I was scared. And then he holds up his deformed hand and he says, how do you shoot the devil in the back? What if you miss? Like, incredible cinematic moments as a cripple. And then at the end of the film, you realize he made up this entire story he just told just off shit that he pulled from the room, just looking around, and he is the greatest villain of all time. And you see him transform in a walking sequence to the greatest villain of all times. Now, we're not talking transform in a sci-fi series, like in a sci-fi means. He's literally just hobbling, crippled, and slowly starts getting into a full smooth stride. Unclenching his hand and walking to the car, getting in, smoking his fucking cigarette, and off he goes. And then they revisit one of his past bars that he spit at this detective. Yes. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing you he doesn't exist, and just like that, he's gone.
The look on the detective's face as he was looking around the room and he's starting to realize what's happening.
Yeah,
the look on his face was fucking priceless. I was like,
bro,
oh shit.
So the whole reveal comes while he's dropping his coffee cup. And then you realize as the coffee cup like hits the ground and breaks, that one of the names he's been using the whole time is the brand on your fucking coffee cup.
Yes, bro. Yes, that shit was priceless. Priceless.
So maybe it's just me. Okay. So I have a feeling that some of the movies during that era, right? The twist endings, right? Made those characters amazing because you didn't see the stuff coming. So when the actors finally did their big reveals, because I'm thinking of Edward Norton in Primal Fear, that one too, where he plays the guy who's stuttering, bumbling idiot, but ends up being a serial killer.
Yeah, split personality.
His lawyer, right? But that's not a split personality. I mean, that was a great one. That's one of my favorites. Memento, you know what I mean? When you find out that, who he really is at the end of the day, even though he has his memory loss issues, you go, oh, wow, that's crazy. These twists at the end. M. Night Shyamalan, let's just go with that, Sixth Sense, right? He's dead. Wow, didn't see that coming, right? Does that little make boy did a great job in character arc better if it's pulled off right?
I think it definitely can. I think that really... there are certain things like if Edward Norton hadn't acted his ass off as Aaron, the slow altar boy, if Kevin Spacey hadn't acted his ass off as Verbal Kint, it can escalate the character a little bit more by having that crazy twist at the end. But I don't think it shoots you off into the fucking stratosphere. I think that comes with the full character development, the fact that they acted their ass off doing it, and then you have the twist. That's when it's just like, yo, this is fucking gone, and this is one of the best characters in cinematic history.
Oh yeah. So then let me throw this out here then. RDJ Tropic Thunder. Revealed himself as the character because he's playing a dude who's just the whole time.
You know what's crazy? I this whole time I never been able to be mad about that. I was just like, he killed it. I did.
You acted your ass off.
You smoked that shit, yo. Yeah. And if it's anybody that I feel like if we got into a situation in the trenches and I could be an AL dog, it's me and you. What's up? We with it? I feel like he'd be like, well, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go then. Let's go, buddy. Nigga, you think you Tony Stark's in real life? You gonna fuck around and get us killed out of this bitch, but let's get it.
I don't know. I don't know if it's real, obviously, but the dude that played what's his face? The actual black dude in the movie, Brandon T.
Jackson.
Something.
Oh yeah. The actor. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So the actor that played the rapper. He actually does stand up now.
Oh,
and
wow.
Yeah, and from what I understand, he's pretty good. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I did see a clip where he actually talks about Tropic Thunder, and he says that, like, yo, even during cuts, like, RDJ never broke character. So he's still acting like a dude, acting like a black dude. So even when the cameras aren't rolling, I'm like, what do you mean, you people?
So, yo,
and it was hilarious.
He was on a podcast, and I'm not going to name the podcast or nothing like that, but he was on a podcast talking about Tropic Thunder, and he was like, look, when they asked me to do it, he said, look, yeah, sure, I'll do it. But is there going to be a problem at all? You know, because I'm doing the face, and they're like, well, does it really matter? All right. And he was like, nah, fuck it. I'll do it. I get to be black for 6 months. Sweet. I'm going to be the entire time. Screw it. And so he said, so hearing him not break character, he's just playing into this. I get to be black for 6 months. Like, I get to legit get paid to be this. For 6 months.
I get to rock it out. And then, that shit, man. Yeah, I fuck with that. You know what's crazy? One of my favorite characters ever, and it's a no-brainer that is from The Wire, but it's not who people probably would think. But one of my actual favorite characters with the way that he was written was Stringer Bell. But here's why. What Stringer Bell was, in my opinion, when I watched him, was probably every mom and dad in the ghetto's worst fear. You think you too smart for what you got your feet in, but not realizing that what you got your feet in are already drowning you, because you wasn't necessarily built to swim in that neither. Watching him slowly but surely start caging Avon off from his own business under the guise of protecting him. Then the moment that it made that I went ha was when Avon got arrested, and Jimmy just looked at Stringer and was like, "I'll see you later. I'll catch you later." You feel me? The look on his face was relief in two different ways at the same time. Idris Elba, I just gotta say, Idris Elba, people can think he's crazy, whatever the fuck they want to think. That man is an incredible actor. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And to let you know how insane it was, until I saw him in the outtakes for Daddy's Little Girls, the Tyler Perry movie, I didn't know he was British until then. No clue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was crazy to me. Him and I think him and shit. Yeah. I would have to say him and Michael Lee, probably two of my favorites. Him and Michael Lee, two of my favorites, because out of all of the kids, and mind you, Michael Lee's run was short. He ain't come in until season 4. You know what I'm saying? But he became such a prominent part of everything that was moving forward because of the path that he ended up having to take to a degree. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really he had a choice, but not really. And you saw what not having options did to each one of them. But I think the way they wrote his character, the way he evolved into what we saw him be at the very end of season 5, a lot of people was like, he's gonna be the new Omar, and I'm like, well, he might be like Omar 2.0, because he got an opportunity to see all of these things happen. You know what I'm saying? And now he's seen some things happen Omar never got a chance to see, because Omar was a part of what was happening. So Mike got all of that. Yeah, I would be interested in. I would have been interested at a point in seeing them do a spinoff to see what Michael was doing, what Michael was on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that would have been dope to me, because I think it was so complicated, because he was trying to balance wanting to be accepted, and wanting to feel that connection with people, but then having that block because of what had occurred with him with Bug's father. Cuddy tried his best to get, you know what I'm saying, hey man, look, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me help you. Mike was nah. They went to the boxing match. You know what I'm saying? You can't even. He telling you, hey man, you take care of your body, you take care of you. And you know, they talking about the guy, he probably get all the girls, da 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 da. Like, yo, you overdoing it. And even his mans was like, yeah, man, sure. Like, I'm trying to watch the fight and shit though. Like, what's up with it? So that overcompensation, it said a lot. It said a lot. And then for him to just jump out of the van like that and take off, like you would rather risk being out here on the streets, knowing what's happening out here. You know what I'm saying? You fully aware of what's going on out here, especially at nighttime, and you much rather do that than stay in this van and let this man take you home. You know what I'm saying? The way his relationship with Chris Partlow, you know what I'm saying, was it was ill to watch because I've seen it before. You know what I'm saying? And now it didn't necessarily play out in the same fashion, but I've seen it before. Like the older guy who's a thoroughbred, but he recognized something in his kid because he's the same thing probably happened to him. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna go too crazy on too many other characters because, well, y'all will find out later. But but just knowing that Michael was able to say it without saying it to the right person, you know what I'm saying, who could read it and did what he needed to do. He was sharp. He learned quickly. Like the way he sniffed that shit out when Snoop was like, "Yeah, you ain't got to bring your iron." He was like, "What?
Please,
bugging." Yeah, all right, we're gonna see what's up with it. Not realizing how well he learned. Chris taught him well. Chris and Snoop taught him well. So yeah, that shit was wild, man. Salute to Tristan Wilds, Mac Wilds. You smoked that shit, bro. Smoked it. Smoked it. Oh shit. What do y'all think about, like, okay, here's my thing right here. This whole Creed thing. I mean, I'm not totally disturbed by it yet. Not yet. I just hope they don't go crazy with it like Rocky. Like understand that there should be a point where it stops. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see 60-year-old Michael B. Jordan punching motherfuckers. Like, I didn't want to see 60-year-old Sylvester Stallone punching motherfuckers, and I didn't watch that shit neither. So, yeah, I just is there a point where has there been a movie franchise that either the last or the last couple that was like totally like, what the fuck did you do this for? Just a couple of
all the Transformers.
We ain't got to go too crazy. Oh shit!
All of the Transformer franchises. What's going on with that? No, I mean, okay. So when it comes to like Creed, right? I can see what Michael B's trying to do, because Apollo as a character was never fully developed. If you're talking about a story arc that didn't really go as far as I thought it could have gone, Apollo Creed could have been that gas. You know, you could have done a spin-off movie, so someone could have saved his face for at least 3 movies, you know, and you could have followed, if they never would have killed Apollo, they could have followed that. And that could have been a great kind of like a buddy film, you know what I mean? Where you're watching the kids now grow up. I think it would have changed Rocky 4, where his son is there. Creed's son could have been there, and it could have been an issue of watching transferring of power or transferring to the next generation. One doesn't want to do it, and one's super hungry to do it, you know? And it would actually play out differently because like if Apollo would have lived, he wouldn't have wanted his son fighting. And so that's the thing that I always thought with this newer rendition of Creed, I guess, what do you call it? He's wanting to fight to be like his father so much, but he didn't understand his father nor know his father really that well. He did this because he was good at it, and it was a means to get money, so he would never have to fight, or his kids would never have to fight ever again. That was kind of the whole point. And so to have his son jump in the ring kind of takes away from it. But if B knows that about the character, right? I'm kind of curious to see, and I say that a lot, I'm curious to see where this franchise is going to go then, because if he understands that little bit, then the story arc that makes his character go through, because, you know, Rocky tells the character development over 3 movies usually, right? You have the loser, the victor, to the guy who has to make good and stay good, you know, stay relevant. that was the first 3 movies, right? So if we're doing that same kind of story arc with him, it's the kid that is hungry, he wants to get in there. Now he's got the title, but he had to overcome some stuff. So now do you learn your father and really understand what he wanted for you and realize that all of this was for naught, right? Like Rocky was trying to tell you. No one wanted you in that ring because Apollo never wanted you in that ring, right? But you got to go through your hero's journey. So I'm curious to see how they take the series. If they understand the fundamentals of what made Rocky good, then you don't have to do 6 movies, right? You don't have to do money grabs in that way. They become straight classics. And it's a different system because, like, when Stallone was doing it, he was always making those movies to try to finance another movie. You know what I mean? So he was willing to go for the bag and just get his ass kicked for another film just so he can make the film that he wants to make. Right. Michael B. Jordan's in a much better position where he's a leading man that's being asked to do stuff. He's producing his own things. He's got a production team with Coogler and the rest of them that he can rely on and trust. That's way different than Stallone doing everything himself. You know what I mean? And having to take all the risks in his body and also, financially. And he didn't make a lot of money on those things. So it's kind of crazy how that works out.
I'm glad he didn't choose crack. That would have been really, really bad. That would have been really, really bad. Oh shit. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. I damn. Yeah, I feel you. He said all the Transformer movies. Shit. Monster, what about you?
For me, it's the 80s horror, specifically the 80s slasher movies. Like, you knew that they were supposed to stop when they went to the hood and to space.
Yes, space.
Yeah.
Now I will say Jason, they didn't ever have Jason in the hood, but they had Jason in New York, and they were like, there you go. Like, there you go. There's Brooklyn, y'all. Like, you do you. Like, kick that radio.
Shit.
And then you got Leprechaun in the hood, Leprechaun in space. You got Jason 10 in space. Yeah, so like when you know, like, once an 80s slasher ends up in the hood or in space, like, it's like, yo, y'all should have stopped the last movie.
Yeah. You just
was
didn't
H2O in space.
You just didn't know how to leave well enough alone.
No, but they wanted to say that was in the hood, and that's why they had Busta Rhymes there.
Man,
okay.
That's that bullshit. That's bullshit. That bullshit.
A man makes enough money; he could not be in the hood. Okay.
Yeah,
he'll be in the suburbs getting slashed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, them's is mine. Yeah.
So okay, what was it? What 80s film was it?
He said all the
Scream series, right? The Scream series, I got confused. Did I tell you that? I got confused between that and Not Another Scary Movie. I didn't. I thought the number.
Not surprised.
I thought the third Scream.
I
thought the Scream movie, the third Scream movie, was Not Another Scary Movie, and I was just like, well, I saw this. They're only going to do so many jokes about this movie again, so I'm just going to let it go. And it was actually a real movie.
Yeah.
But like, that should have stopped when the two franchises started becoming too close, and you can't tell the difference because you started with jokes. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Play a game, like, and then you. So
that's just funny.
That's the one.
That's just funny as hell. Like, it's a whole lot of shit that I feel like at a point. Okay, so first sign to me, if it takes you more than like 5 years to do the sequel, don't do it. Just let it ride. Just let it ride. Start some whole new shit. Don't even fuck with it no more. Just leave it alone. It's okay. It's all right. Like, if you're a creative motherfucker, you ain't got to worry about that. Just keep moving. Do some bullshit. You can take that same shit and just shift it into some whole other thing. Because now it don't even make sense for you to be trying to catch that train. That shit left the station and probably crashed somewhere in fucking Acapulco or some shit. Like, you can't even catch that motherfucker no more. It's a done deal. It's over. It's over. I don't understand that shit.
The issue of part 2 is not gonna be the thing. Damn.
No, man, it's not gonna be a thing. You have to do like you have to do like know what I'm saying? I don't know. F cups on Saturday.
Oh, Howard the Duck too, bro.
Oh,
that's
damn.
20, 30 years. I'm waiting.
I didn't need Howard the Duck 1, but it's still funny as hell. Like that's you know what the funny shit is? Every time if that shit's on TV and I happen to catch it, I will fucking watch it. Because that shit's funny as hell. Oh man. Howard the Duck, yeah, Howard the Duck stupid shit. If they ever made a part 2, there's no way the hell I'm watching.
You gotta start. You gotta
not happening. Fuck that shit. Not happening.
He's in the MCU,
you know what,
man?
One of the worst sequels that I've seen, Teen Wolf 2, with fucking Jason Bateman or whoever the fuck that was. Nigga, you ain't Michael J. Fox. Cut that shit out. Stop.
Fuck out
of here. Fuck out of here.
Trying to make him his cousin. All right, look. If you're trying to do a sequel and you got to bring in other family members, right, into the thing to try to sub for the main characters, right? Don't do it. Just let it go. It's not.
It ain't but so much faster and so much more furious your ass gonna get. They all getting old as hell. You're getting slow. They're getting slow and mild tempered to the motherfucker.
Fast and the Furious went to space.
Yes, they did. And they've been trying to say they in the hood for the longest. So, oh shit. Damn it, man.
What?
See?
This is
case proven.
What are you talking about?
Case fucking proven. There it is. Oh shit! All right, man. Let's get the fuck out of here. You know. Let's send it around the cipher one good time. P7, what you got? Close out for the people, man.
It's been fun. It's been real. I will see you guys in about a month and a half. I'm gonna be taking this trip down to South America. Hopefully, come back with some good reports for y'all. Some good contacts and some new music for you guys to hear and some new media. Book of the Monster Volume 1 is out now. Gravitas out now. Son of the Morning out now. Few and Far Between is out now. There's a bunch of singles out now. Infamous by Arliss is out now. They got stuff from Ready Ron Beats. He dropped another EP. There's all kinds of great music independently. It's about to be the holiday seasons. Pick it up, cop it, send it to friends. Like, you know what I mean? Buy it for them. Let them know what kind of music you got. And support these artists out here. That's what I got.
Hell yeah. Support. Monster, what you got?
Check out all the music. And don't be surprised if you see if you see a hospital on the news. And I know my girl been tired of me, and we've been in the hood for a long time, so I'm gonna go see if she wants to do something in space. You know it's coming to an end.
Okay. I check out Underdogs by Need Faith featuring some dude named Seven Da Pantha. Letter to my younger me by Reverie. And also, if you haven't already, even though I almost assume if you're listening to this podcast, you probably already have, go give that De La Soul a spin. Continue to support Mass Appeal. I love their vision of where they foresee at least that realm of the culture going. And to see someone to see a team of people that dedicated to maintaining integrity of the culture through the music on a mainstream level is commendable. Because you can easily say fuck it and let's just go get the bag. All the music out now. Sound Chamber, we in the building, man. December 20th, we'll be rocking at the Funhouse in Seattle. It's gonna be dope. Soul the Interrogator will be there. Mojo will be there. Monster Elicit will be there. Seven Da Pantha will be there. Sound Chamber will be there. You know what it is. We make it do what it do, man. Thank y'all for tapping in with us, man. All the links to all the music is in the description as always. Justice for Kadejah Brown, as always. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here, man. Pantha Politix Podcast. W Energy. Y'all know what it is. Use code Pantha Politix. 30% off right now. Hey.
I'm flyer than everybody. Everybody on cloud 9 higher